Now, I don't know why this wasn't noticed by the nursing staff. Did you tell them about it? Chief Officer has also pointed out that you actually refused to eat on several occasions.
I did it first because the food was so awful. But now I eat all I can get.
Yes, well, I'm going to ask the doctor to put you on a special nutritional diet. It also suggested that you feel that you're being badly treated. Have you any specific complaints?
Wouldn't do any good.
Why not?
If you're accused of killing a pig, all the screws have got it in for you.
You won't help yourself by being offensive. The rules here are very simple. I advise you to cooperate with us. In any case, while you're on remand, you're presumed innocent until proven guilty, but you're still subject to prison discipline.
My solicitor's waiting to see me.
Very well. You can tell him that after the interview, you're to report to the doctor for a complete examination.
Sometimes it's almost impossible to remain impartial.
She certainly makes it difficult.
Someone like that, lying, cheating, stealing. It's all the same. They've no respect for anything.
Well, this isn't the time to discuss it. Who's next?
Weeks, Georgina, application to see the governor. Weeks, Georgina.
You haven't forgotten that, you dear. One good turn, eh?
You'd better get her back to remand.
Well, it's about my sister.
Haven't you heard from her yet?
No. And I thought maybe I could go and stay with her when I'm discharged and, well...
You want permission to write an extra letter, is that it?
Yes, begging your pardon.
I don't see why not, Mrs. Weeks. You do realize that you'll have to pay for the extra stamp yourself.
Oh.
Still, if that's a problem, I expect we can advance you one. And I'll ask the welfare officer to check with your sister and see that she's all right.
Thank you. God bless you.
Don't you worry, Mrs. Weeks.
No. Not no more.
Who's next?
Peever, Lily, application to see the governor. Perhaps you don't know our Lily, madam. She's been in and out for years and she's work shy. She keeps making applications, books to see the doctor, the oculist, the chaplain, something every day, so that she'll be taken off work without losing any pay.
I see. All right.
Eva, Lily.
Lily Heaver, 47192, madam.
Well, what can I do for you, Lily? You've heard the charge. Have you anything to say? If you object to working in the canteen...
Not the canteen, lady, just working.
Am I to understand that you refuse to work at all?
Kitchen cleaning or sewing shop, that's nothing.
Well, I'm sorry we can't provide anything suitable for you. You haven't been in trouble before, but you leave me no alternative but to fine you 2 days' loss of pay.
Loss of pay? What are you talking about? Is that justice? I should have known better. You don't get it in a whitey prison.
Very well, since you seem to be so determined. 2 days solitary confinement.
Take it away. That's the best way to handle them, madam.
I'm not so sure.
I'm afraid it's true. The Kyle girl has lost over a stone and all. Nearly 8 pounds since she was examined last week.
How could it have happened, Doctor?
Well, I can't find anything medical to account for it.
She went on a hunger strike for 2 days. Could it have been the result of that?
No. That was weeks ago, and she's been eating regularly since then. Anyway, I've taken blood and urine samples. Perhaps they'll tell us something.
I thought she was exaggerating. What disturbs me is that she knew about it and didn't say anything to anyone except her solicitor.
Yes. And they could make capital out of that. The fact that none of us noticed anything. And it could get worse. She'll have to go to the hospital wing for observation. Now, I've also examined Peggy Abbott in Solitary 1.
And?
Perfectly healthy. Well able to stand solitary confinement.
Did you find her obstructive?
On the contrary, very cooperative. As a matter of fact, I wondered what on earth she was doing in solitary. Was she violent?
Well, if you consider nearly braining me with a vase violent... Still, she puzzles me.
In what way?
I've seen violence in women before. Usually they can't stop themselves, but she seemed controlled somehow, as if what she really wanted was to provoke a reaction. Come in.
Excuse me, madam. Mr. Stenhill wonders if you could spare him a minute.
Stenhill?
Martha Kyle's solicitor.
Oh, yes. All right, Penny.
I know him slightly. He's rather a tricky customer. I wouldn't exactly say that he was dishonest, but may I suggest, be careful.
I have no intention of discussing her case.
No, of course
I shall simply answer questions about her health and her welfare and so on. But I would appreciate it if you'd stay, Doctor.
Certainly.
Good day, Mrs. Boswell.
Good day, Mr. Stenhill. You've met Dr. Mays, senior medical
Oh,
resident.
yes, several times. How do you do?
Oh?
I'm delighted you're here, Doctor.
Do sit down.
Oh, thank you.
Would you like some tea?
No, thank you very much. I don't want to take up very much of your time. I really came about that unfortunate article in the paper this morning. You did happen to see the...
Yes, I saw it.
Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything, but I was concerned about my client.
Naturally.
She tells me that she has had no real medical attention.
Well, I've just put her on a high nutritional diet and a course of vitamins.
You hadn't noticed her condition before today?
Well, nothing was apparent at her last examination.
So you confirm there has been a rapid and serious deterioration in Miss Carr's condition?
Well, there's been an appreciable loss of weight over a short period, but I wouldn't say that it was serious, nor would I indeed describe it as a condition.
And what do you think has caused it?
I'm not in a position to say.
Isn't it a fact that mental stress can cause this effect?
It can, but I don't believe that in this case.
Why not, Mrs. Boswell?
She has shown no real sign of undue stress. She seems self-contained and has behaved very well so far.
So far? How did you expect her to behave?
You mustn't twist my words, Mr. Stenhill.
I'm sorry, I can only speak for what I see. She seems to me to have changed, to be highly nervous, almost frightened.
She may allow herself to appear so to you. After all, she has a serious trial coming up.
That's the whole point, isn't it? There's been so much bad publicity. In a case like this, there is very little sympathy for the accused.
I can assure you that this does not affect the way she is treated in this prison.
Must she be watched so strictly? She tells me that she is escorted everywhere, checked every hour of the night.
Oh, you must know, Mr. Stenhill, that that is routine in the circumstances.
And can you honestly say that your own attitude has not been influenced by these circumstances?
Yes, I can honestly. She's just a prisoner on remand.
But what of the officers in charge of her?
Whatever offense an inmate may be accused of, she is treated strictly according to how she behaves in this prison.
Well, yes,
and
yes,
that's
of course,
as
but
much as I'm prepared to say at the moment. Will you forgive me? I'm rather busy.
Well, thank you for being so frank with me, Mrs. Boswell. I'm delighted to see that she is in such good hands. I'm sorry to have taken up so much of your time. Good day.
Good day, Mr. Stenhill. Hello? Brussels? Mr. Boswell? Yes, of course. Bill. No, I'm fine. How did you... Oh, this morning's paper. Yes, there has been something else. I spoke to her solicitor foolishly. I shouldn't have said anything. He's completely distorted everything I've said. No, it's not too bad. No problems. What about you? Everything all right? Oh, good. What? Oh, of course I do. I miss you, too. Thank you for ringing, darling. Bye.
Police hunting for the killer of a young German girl who was stabbed and thrown from a train outside London in July think they've